Hi friends, Andrea here with a new video for Scrap Academy. I hope you have all been enjoying the Christmas parties. I'm working with the prompt All I Want, and I'll be making some DIY decor that I think it's my favorite thing to do during Christmas time. So I will be working with decorating 3 embroidery hoops. And as I said, the prompt is All I Want, and during this time, really, all I want is to be able to be with the family, to be near my loved ones, and I'm only getting half of them with me. So the main idea here is to work with 3 different projects, mini projects that will all work together as one set. There will be different elements and different things that we're going to incorporate in each one of them that will be similar to the other 2. And you can see this. The other thing is I'm going to work on decorating them using 3 different techniques. So you can see all the branches that I got from those metal dies. That is one of the elements that will make the set work as one. So for this first one, we are going to create a shaker, and we have our top layer. We have already traced this circle and cut it, and now we're going to add some of the sequins and some of the elements that I want to be part of the shaker. Important to keep in mind, since these embroidery hoops are relatively thick, your shaker will be thick. So whatever element you incorporate, you throw in there, it's gonna move easily. So that's why I didn't have like really an issue just adding more sequins to it, because I knew it was gonna work perfectly. And I could have added a little bit more than what you see here, but I stopped there. I incorporated mainly the colors that were part of my background and the die cuts and other elements I wanted to use to decorate the front of it. Okay, so now I'm using some tacky glue and adding that to the edge of the hoop. Feel free to add a lot of glue and then just be patient. I think this is this is the trickiest part, and not because it is difficult, but because you have to be patient and make sure you really wait as long as it takes for the glue to dry. So you can see now I have here the shaker, and I could have easily added more sequins, but this works fine. I am still able to see my background, and I'm gonna work with one of these pictures. I printed my pictures with my Canon selfie, and I had the 4 of them. The 4 pictures I'm gonna use are all printed in one 4x6 sheet of photo paper. Alright, so here I come with the first element that it's going to be present on every single hoop. We're also going to work with those stars on 2 of them. But I'm now working on building my cluster in a way that I'm happy with, because I won't be able to remove and move things easily once it's all glued. So here I think that I needed 1 more star. Just an element. And again, nothing has been glued so far. It's gonna go there, and you'll see what we'll do with that die cut, because I wasn't ready to lose the top part of that envelope, the branches that are coming from that envelope. Again, just whenever you're using liquid glue, just make sure you're patient. This hoop is a little bit tricky to work with because all I have is the piece of tulle that's working as my canvas. So I cannot add that much glue to it because I didn't want it to, go through the fabric to where the sequins were. But now once I build that small cluster of stars, I do get a different, now I have a plain surface to work with that I can glue things on top of. All right, and you'll see I was about to lose that, and then I said, wait a second, I only want that pink and white border, and then I making that a little bit thinner and making sure that you get that, coming from the top of the picture. It might not be a big detail, but it's just a way for me to make the most of each die cut. Okay, now then I remember that I wanted that star on the right side. This double-sided tape worked really good with the tool, so it doesn't move. Adding a little bit of adhesive foam to the back of this tiny die cut. That's going to be the title. Same thing, not sure yet what to do with that heart. And then I found these gold hearts, and that's where it all started. So the other element that will be present on each one of the embroidery hoops will be gold details. So I did not show you here, but then we'll see it on the next two hoops. We'll be working with some gold nouveau drops. This one, it starts the same way. We're tracing the circle. We're gonna cut that circle. Try to make sure that you cut on the inner side of the circle so you don't have any excess coming out. So what I'm gonna make on this one is I'm gonna create a pocket with the piece of vellum. So it's gonna go less than halfway. And these we're gonna glue on the outside of the hoops. Off camera I did some machine stitching, again with some gold thread. And we're doing the exact same thing we did before, which is adding the tacky glue to the hoop, and then being patient again, making sure it works really, really good. So again, it's just a matter of being patient. And then the same glue is what I'm gonna use to adhere that pocket to the front side of the hoop. Don't worry, the glue dries and it doesn't show. But because it is vellum, it takes a little bit longer to adhere to the wood. All right, we're gonna use the second picture, and I printed this one on a different size, so it's a square instead of a rectangle. And you can see how here, same detail, same same die cut that we got from that metal die, but I'm gonna glue them in a different way. Like both of them are coming out from the pocket. Okay, and this one is super simple. In terms of decoration, this is all that's gonna go on this one, along with the title. My idea was to use, oh no, I forgot about the doggy. My idea was to use that I love you sticker, but then I came in with the dog, and then it was just too dark for me. So I went ahead and found the happy together couple of stickers. I was gonna go with it together only, and then realized that the happy together actually look really good. And then here we come. So the Nuvo drops will be present on the 3 hoops. And that, along with the white branches, are the elements that will make the set actually look like a set. Okay, so here we come with the 3rd hoop, and this one, same thing. And the reason why I'm gonna do this instead of tracing it, it's because I already had the glue, because I was trying to use a different material as my background. Did not work, so I went ahead and did it this way. To be honest, it is not really more difficult than doing it the other way. So either way, either you trace it, cut the circle, and then glue it together, or do it this way, it will work. And for this one, the inspiration came from one layout that Nikki Rowland made not too long ago. It was this year. One of her layouts had a rosette, a big rosette in the middle as one of the main elements of the layout. And I wanted to replicate the idea. So I started off by making the rosette. So I have 2 2-inch wide pieces of pattern paper. I ended up using only 1.5 to make sure that these rosette actually fit in my hoop. And I wanted that about 1-inch frame so you can actually see the pattern paper that is on the background. The reason why there are 2 pieces here is just to make sure that it's strong enough. And now I'm coming with a foam piece to make the rosette come off the page a little bit, make it a little bit more dramatic and create that texture. So now on this one, I am working with 2 photos, the last 2 photos that I had in that sheet. Okay, so they're gonna go one right next to the other, and we're gonna have that tag coming from the middle. Then we're also adding a couple of stars like the ones we used on the very first embroidery hoop, also coming from the sides and the branches. These are the bigger ones that we cut. All right, so at some point, yeah, this is a difficult part. Try to make sure that everything makes it to the exact place where you wanted it from the very beginning. So now I have to move that star on the right side because, yeah, you cannot really see it after I move that photo. Then I'm adding 2 small pieces of adhesive foam. That is it. What I need now for this photo, oh, one more die cut. Yep. On that side, and the title. So this is a chipboard sticker, and I just put an additional piece of adhesive foam. One more die cut coming out from that title, and the nubo drops again on this one. So I'm doing it on the branches, but also on the title. All right, and these are the 3 projects. You can see all the details. You can see how each one of them can work individually, can be in a different room, or you can hang it, display it, put wherever you want. But the 3 of them, as I said, are my all I want. My all I want for Christmas, my all I want for life, my all I want forever is my family, being able to spend time with them, being able to do all the things that we want to do together. So hold tight to your loved ones if you have the opportunity to spend these holidays with them. I hope that this video inspires you to get creative, to take all those paper crafting materials and mix them with different elements to create DIY projects, to create decor projects, and make sure the most important thing is to make sure that you have a good time and that you are able to tell your story. This was Andrea for Scrap Academy. I will see you next time, and please let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to get back to you and also know what you are working on, what your story is for these holidays. Thank you for everything this year. It's been wonderful to have the opportunity to share this space with you and to just share a little bit of what I know with all of you. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I will see you next year. Bye-bye.